Hi guys, welcome. My name is Moo, and I'm gonna try to give my opinions on Detroit Become Human, which I think in a lot of sense I think it's a really good game. I had a lot of fun playing it. It is a lot of a story game, meaning that I control the game as much as the story is actually ongoing. If that if that makes sense. Like the mechanics is I'm moving around, I'm pressing Y to scan. I'm doing very little actions in the game. Basically, I scan things and I interact by clicking one button. And then there's this quick time events. So mechanics-wise, it's not that bad. I'm sorry for my voice, but yeah, so it's not that bad. Like, it's not advanced mechanics, but the story, the thing with this game is that the story is so captivating. Like I said in the last episode, though, I do believe, like, there are basically, in this game, there's 3 different stories, right? We have Alice and Kara, we have Connor and Hank, and then we have Marcus and his Jericho. Well, technically Marcus is the main character in the last one, but he's also, Jericho is playing quite a big part in his, story. So if we look at that and we're thinking about that, then we have Kara, Alice, Connor, and then Marcus. So there's three different storylines that we're following. Alice and Kara are more or less completely separated from Connor and Marcus. Connor and Marcus is more connected. Like, there is an instance where Connor is kinda related to Kara and Alice because he's trying to find Deviant. So at some point in the game, he's trying to investigate Kara and Alice's escape. But they don't really interact and they don't really go together. So Kara and Alice's storyline, I feel like, is very disconnected from the rest of the storyline, which I feel like when I'm thinking about this game, I'm thinking about the struggle that these androids, they want to become human. They're trying to, fight for their freedom. They're trying to, be accepted in the society. Connor is, of course, in the beginning, his character is all against it, so he's fighting against this freedom movement. So basically these two are the Connor and the Marcus's story is so much more connected than Alice's and Kara, which explains at the end where all of this happened. I'm gonna try to reveal as little as possible, but if you're not into spoilers, then be careful for a little bit while now. But basically, when it comes to this story, like, Alice and Kara, when everything happened and everything was resolved for them in the way that I managed to resolve it, that's the sad part that happened during this resolution didn't affect me as much as when I fucked up Connor's. So because I felt really sad about the way that I fucked up Connor because of character development he did. The fact that he was so, like, his character development went from I'm a machine, I am strictly in doing this, to actually kind of relate to deviants, to understand them a little bit better. So when I fucked up Connor, I got really sad. I got so sad about that, which is really unfortunate. I did kind of became friends with Hank, though, because he kind of had some remorse by the way that he treated me. So yeah, so I'm really sad that I fucked up Connor, and that really hurt my heart. But then also at the end, when we were trying to resolve Marcus's story, it was kind of, personally, my feelings towards that arc is how to say, like, luckily, if we can put it like that, I managed to fuck up Connor's story, be angry about that, and manage to actually resolve Marcus's story. I think I probably got one of the better endings, and I think if I wouldn't have gone with the way that I wanted to go, it wouldn't have ended in that way, because I do believe that you can have a lot of different endings, because in this game you actually do have a lot of different choices you can do, and each of them kind of decides. So I am more than certain that I can go back and pinpoint and redo certain aspects of this, but because I fucked up Connor, I ended up irrationally choose a decision at the end, which I probably wouldn't have chosen if I wouldn't have been so upset about Connor, which made me get a good ending, I think. Which is kind of interesting and hilarious, to be honest. Anyway, besides that, if you look at the story-wise, like I said, there's 3 different paths to it. I do believe that the Alice's and Kara, like, if you would have removed them from the game, it's like that complete story wouldn't have affected the outcome of the game at all. Which is kind of like, I understand why they wanted to have that story arc, to have that bond, you know, to see the bond between a human child and the android, and how they are working together to kind of overcome and try to get a better life for themselves. And despite that it was, I have to say, like, despite that that's a touching story and that's how some people in this situation do, I kind of felt like, because it's so disconnected to Connor's and Marcus's, because Connor and Marcus's are kind of enemies in the sense that Connor is chasing Marcus because he wants to stop deviants, and Marcus is trying to, you know, make deviants free. So those 2 stories are so much more connected that it felt like if you took away Connor, it would affect Marcus's story and the outcome of the game, I think, much more. So because of that, I feel like those 2 storylines could have actually been standalone, aside from some Alice's and Kara's, it feels weird to say this and think of it in that depth, but it's also, you know, having this motherly figure kind of adopting a child and play on that type of mother-daughter bond. Meanwhile, Marcus's has his love interest, you know, and Connor is just being a stick in his ass trying to get his friend, you know, like, it feels a little bit stereotypical. That's what I'm trying to say. And it didn't hit me until kind of now at the end, when we actually reached the end, where I started to thinking about that, like, well, they're actually playing this stereotypical mother want to protect her daughter, and then, like, of course you can also have like a dad protecting his son, but at the same time their whole story was about motherly feelings, about a woman trying to protect a child that she sees as her child. Like, I feel like that's just a little bit too, I feel like that is just a little bit too stereotypical for, like, there's so much more and there's so much different ways that you can make strong women. Like North in Marcus's story, like, they could have made, like, she's very passive because Marcus is the main character of the story, of course, but like the way that they only represented Kara as this motherly figure, she could have been so much more. You could have made her so much stronger, I feel like. And honestly, I love this game. I thought it was really, really hilarious, but I just started to think about that. Like, I want to have more. I don't want women to be represented just as a mother, if that makes sense. Like, I want to have strong women. I wanted to have, like, North could have, like, she's such a strong woman. You could have given her so much more space and be this strong, independent woman without just being this helpless. Like, she was not helpless, but like, it could have made female characters a lot stronger. That's what I'm trying to say. And I would have wanted a lot more strong female characters. And I don't think that switching Connor to a female model would have made difference of the story, for example. Anyway, that's just me starting to rant about these things that I started to look at, because I feel like that could also be something important to think about when you're creating games, like how you are presenting your characters. Anyway, I do love this. I think it's a fantastic game. I had so much fun playing it, even though that it's very simple mechanics. The game is a lot about the story and about depth of the story, and I love that. I love the little quick time events. I love the little, things and all of these choices you can make, which I'm most likely we're gonna have to go back and redo again. But do I recommend it? Hell yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna try to 100% this game as well, because I want to know what happens and how things... Oh, there's actually 2 options. See here? There's 2 options that you can do to actually get to Android One freedom for the moment. Nice. Wait, there's 2 options here. Interesting. Anyway, so yes, hell yeah, I do recommend this. I think it's an absolutely fantastic game, and definitely you should watch it. I did have one small bug, or watch it, you should play it. I had one small bug, but that small bug was just a texture bug, so it didn't disrupt the gameplay or anything. So yeah, thumbs up, definitely recommend it. I hope we'll see you next time. Bye! Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy it, then well, you're just gonna have to watch me dance awkwardly once again.